All right, I think this was 3.1D. Let's decrease that just a little bit. Multiply and divide. Okay. So if we look over here, we have 11% of a star's monthly income, and they're making that much. Let's just give away the answers. All right. So how we're going to do this. We're going to take that 11% and we need to use it as either a decimal or a fraction. I prefer decimals. I have no idea if this thing's actually going to take it or not. But we have one of two ways to writing these percent. So we have 11% of our monthly income. Excuse me. I don't know why it does this. Okay. From here, our monthly income is just $81,400. And so we're going to take 11% of that. But first we need the equation. So for the equation, we can either say that we have 11 over 100 or 0.11. Both of those mean the same thing. 0.11 is the same thing as 11 over 100. And so we can say that this number, so of is just a really fancy way to say multiply. So if I take 11% of my monthly income, I'm taking 11 over 100, or 0.11, times my monthly income, which is this 81,400. And that's going to equal an unknown, because we don't know how much we're going to spend, or how much the whatever that is, the agent. Cool. And so these two things mean the exact same thing. It should allow you to do this. If not, it'll say like, hey, we want it as a fraction. And so just put it as a fraction. Parentheses can go around to anything. It doesn't actually matter what. And then we need the second part, which is just to solve. So you're going to just plug all that into a calculator. And y gets to be 8954, which for us will be the correct answer. So there's that. And then let's go on to the next one. Okay. So this time, scroll down. And we're going to say, hey, give us a new page. Perfect. Excuse me. All right. So the price of a cupcake plus 17% of the delivery charge comes to a total cost of $21.06. What was the price of the cupcake? Or what was the price of the cake? So for this one, remember that a price of an object plus a fee will equal the total. But for us, this fee is a percent of your price P. So it's not just, the total cost, or the cost of the cake plus 17% equals the total of, $21.06. Instead, we need to know the price plus the fee to get the price, to get the rest of this to get the total. And so for us, we're going to say that the price, well, we don't know what the price of the cake is. And so for us in algebra, we're just going to say x. So x plus the fee. And the fee is set as a percentage of the price. And for us, they give us that it's a 17% fee. So it's going to be 17% of, which again just means times my price. But again, 17% doesn't work. We need that as a decimal. So 0.17 times P, or just for us, we're going to say X, because X is P. It's a little confusing. Normally I would just use P, but you know, here we are. Equals my total of 2106. And so, yeah, again, it looks like they're wanting this as a fraction. If so, then just keep it as 17 over 100x. The second part, solve the previous step for the unknown quantity. Again, you're just going to combine what you can. So we know that this is, let's use a different color because I have access to them. We have this right here. So this is 1, technically. And this, so 1.0, oops, 1.17x. Because remember, whenever we're combining our x's together, they just stay as an x because we're not multiplying here, we're just adding. And then from here, we're going to get that x completely by itself by dividing. And x will equal whatever that is, 21.06 divided by 1.17 will get us 18. Which, if we look, we get 18. Okay. So, there's that one. Let's look at one more, and then we'll see. You can always message me if we need to go over some more of these. So, again, we are looking at Sarah, who has been in soccer twice as many years as Susan. I dislike that they use the same first letters. Here we are. Together, they've been in soccer for a total of 18 years. How long has Susan been in soccer? So we have Sarah, and we have Susan. And together, they make 18 years. We do know that Sarah has an interesting relation with Susan. She has been in soccer twice as long as Susan. And so to represent that, really what we have Sarah is, Sarah is really, common mistake to say 2 Susans. Yeah, no, 2 Susans. Okay, because for every year that Susan is in, Sarah has 2. So for us, though, Susan and Susan don't really work. We need different labels. So we'll say 2x plus x equals 18. So I think that's going to be your answer to your first equation. And then the second one, so this is 1 and 2. 2 is going to say that we have (2x plus x equals 18). Start solving this. So 2x plus x is 3x. Divided by 3, x will equal 6. And remember, this 6 refers to Susan. The question is asking, how long has Susan been in soccer? So we are good at 6. So So let's double check. So the first one, 2x plus x equals 18. So 2x plus x equals 18, which is what we got. And then we have the other answer, which is to say 6 years, because that's what we wanted. If it was asking for Sarah, who was twice as long, then we would want 12. 3/4 as much, 93. So 3/4 as much. Fancy way to really say of. And so if you notice 3/4 times x equals 93, then you can solve it. This one, 7 minutes, 3 problems. Each problem takes 7 minutes, and there are 3 problems. What is the total quiz time in minutes? The time allotted to complete one problem on the quiz is equal to the total time divided by the number of problems. Each problem takes 7 minutes, and there are 3 problems. What is the total time? I don't like that model of writing that. I would have just said, 7 times 3 equals x, but here we are. So, it does a little bit of janky stuff every once in a while. Batter from a cookie mix was divided into 96 equal portions. Each portion equal to half a cup. How many cups were in the batter? Again, I will say that this textbook uses a lot of weird ways of, rationalizing why this works. Honestly, we're just going to remove that question because I think it's dumb. This is a discount, which will be the opposite of what we had up here, where it's the price minus a fee to get to the total. So the price minus the percentage equals the total. There you go. Drastically shortened it down. Hopefully that helps. Let me know.